and I put this one at I think it's Y, and just start playing. Oh, it could be X actually. Yeah, it is X. So put the direction at 90, and then just bend until you get what you're looking for. And you'll see now that I actually have a bent wall at the back, but it's also curving around, and that's going to give us our little set. I might change this from bright green color swatch, and I'm also going to apply that floor material, the BG material. So just apply it to it, and the last thing I'll do is just put a mesh smooth on top of it, and I might put that mesh smooth at 2. Now if I come back to my camera and give it a render, we haven't got any lighting in there, and it looks like our ground plane is going through our wording a little bit. So let's just go to a left view and work out why that's happening. If we bring up our grid, which is G, and it looks like I need to select my letters, my graffiti, and my text, and my camera, and just pop it up off the ground. And that's going to do us nicely. Go back to the camera, give a bit of a render, and already we've got something that looks a lot better. We're getting a lot of reflections, reflection on the ground, all sorts of things. Now, we've got no lighting in there. This thing's really going to take off once we get the lighting in there. So here's the fastest lighting rig that I can do in the limited time I've got left with this tutorial, but I do have some other lighting tutorials on CG SWAT, and you should be able to do some of those tutorials and get a far better result using some of those techniques. So I'm just going to go to a front view here now, and this is going to be a very fast lighting rig. So I'm just going into my standard lights. I'm going to go a free direct, and if I bring up my grid, I'm just going to click it, go to a top view, zero these out so I know that it's bang in the middle, and I'm going to bring it back to about here, and maybe a little bit closer. Now this is a fill light. What I'm going to do is rename it fill _001. I'm going to go into the settings for it, open all, and I don't need shadows, and the multiplier is going to be 0.2, and I'm going to make the color just a little bit, a hint of blue. Never have a pure white light. They don't exist in nature. So if we come down here, I'm going to click overshoot. That way the size of this cone for the light is not important. It means that it will just spread light out completely across the whole scene in that direction. And I don't need specular. So that's my fill light, and what I need to do now is duplicate it into the cardinal positions, which is north, south, east, west. The easiest way to do that is to rotate. If I click and select rotate, if I bring up world